everybody, this is Leila, Health Education Manager here at AiArthritis, person living with lupus and Sjogren's disease. And it's Monday morning. I'm here filming my recap for you from Sunday and super excited to let you know about the information that I learned. We do have a lot of meetings while we're here at ACR with pharma companies in order to help fund some of our projects. So it has been a little limited to some of the sessions that we have going on. I also am helping to put together the booth and have all of the cool different initiatives that we are holding at the booth. So I also have to help keep the fort down in that area. So yesterday was a little crazy for me since it was the first day of the booth sessions and we had a lot of meetings. So I was able to attend one session that was really important to me, but we will be continuing coverage of all of the different sessions on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Additionally, this week, we thought we were going to be able to get to more than we were actually physically able to get to. And of course, we are all patients that are here too. So we want to be able to give ourselves grace when we're having 12-hour days and things like that. And so that's what we're planning on doing, is making sure we hit all those pharma meetings, because it's super important to get in those meetings and get funding for all of our possible programs, including this one, the Go With Us program that we are looking for funding for too. So in order to help keep this going and a lot of our other amazing programs going, we do need to attend those meetings. So that is one of the biggest priorities, but we also want to make sure that we are doing a great job with disseminating the research and information to all of you and to our community in general. So let us know what you want to hear about so that we can make more videos at the end of this week for all of those specific sessions. Let us know if there's anything specific you want to learn about. I also know that with these sessions, there are a big emphasis on specific diseases. Like this one that I'm going to be talking about is about lupus and lupus nephritis. There's specific on RA and ILD, or they're specific on Sjogren's. AiArthritis was founded under the premise that these 22 diseases that we recommend, or sorry, these 22 diseases that we represent, that research and treatments and diagnoses can even be interchangeable. So that's the really cool thing about this, is that even though the research right now has to do with rheumatoid arthritis, or it says it in the title that it's about rheumatoid arthritis or lupus, that doesn't mean that this isn't just the early stages of that research for that specific disease, and that it couldn't be transferable to all the other AiArthritis diseases that you're asking about. So in that case, when there's something specific about Sjogren's or something specific about lupus, something specific about rheumatoid arthritis, some of them can transfer and some of them can't. But that's the cool thing about research, is that sometimes it could just be in that first phase of just that specific disease and then be able to transfer over to other diseases. That's one of the biggest things too. So I just wanted to mention all of that before I go into my information about my session. But I hope you all have a great day. And if there's any questions that you might have, you can reply to this email that this video came in originally. Or if you're watching this on YouTube later on and you see this and you have questions, feel free to leave a comment, mention us on Twitter or Instagram, comment on any of our Instagram photos, and we can hopefully get you some answers. So our Instagram or Twitter is at IFAIArthritis. So if you have any questions and want to talk to us there, you can send us a message. And the session that I will be covering is the session title had to do with disease-modifying anti-lupus drugs. And so when I first decided to go to this session, I thought that it was going to be some specific drug that they were talking about that is this new class of medication called disease-modifying anti-lupus drugs. And that was totally not the case. It was talking about basically combining different types of therapies. And this was all specifically in lupus nephritis. So lupus having to do, or lupus in the kidneys. And so the biggest thing that they talked about is making sure that you use treatments that are on both that affect both the innate and the adaptive immune responses. And that's basically the two different sides of the autoimmune system. And the innate and adaptive also have to do with anti-inflammatory and auto-inflammatory and autoimmune. And so you can find that information about the innate and the adaptive immune system, sides of the immune system, on our website. If you go to there's a sign, or there's a part of the website that says what is AiArthritis. I will also try and put the link and send it to Michael and Deanne so that they can add it to the email. But that is a very common thread that comes up in a lot of this research, is talking about the adaptive and innate sides of the immune system. So for everybody to understand what that is, that's a really important. Actually, you know what? Let me go pull that up, and so I can talk about it real quick in this video. I have enough time, so hold on. Okay, so there is a page on our website. It's the second tab on the top that says what is AiArthritis. If you just click on that, you'll get to this page. And on this page, it explains a lot about what AiArthritis is. I don't know if any of you have looked at this page, but if you are looking to maybe explain our organization to someone, this is a really good page to go to and explain why we grouped all of those diseases together. But it does talk about the innate versus the adaptive immune players. And I'll just read you the quick definition so that we can continue on. But innate or primitive immune system is the inborn resistance against infections an individual possesses right from birth. This is the system that is related to autoinflammatory diseases. So that's basically what you're born with, and that innate side. An adaptive or acquired immune system is a part of the immune system that develops over the course of life. And that's more towards autoimmune. And that's what the difference is. And there are specific treatments that target those both different sides. And in lupus nephritis specifically, they want to be able to use treatments that are used on both sides of that immune system, because in lupus nephritis specifically, I don't know if any of you have studied anything about the kidney, but they are very complex organs. They have a lot of different parts and granular little filters and all of these little parts of them that have to be treated differently. So that's what makes lupus nephritis a really hard disease to treat, is that you have to use a cocktail of drugs. There's not just one drug that's going to treat lupus nephritis. And so it's a combination of using corticosteroids like prednisone, biologics, or immunosuppressants, and also like Plaquenil or hydroxychloroquine. That's an anti-malaria drug. But you have to have a whole cocktail to be able to control the inflammation in lupus nephritis. And that was one of the speakers that they really emphasized, is making sure that a holistic treatment of the kidneys, because there is also lupus nephritis, which is having to do with the immune system attacking the kidneys, and it attacks certain parts of the kidneys. But from that, you can also develop chronic kidney disease, or CKD, and that's affecting the actual function of your kidneys. With lupus nephritis, in the beginning stages of it, it has to do with just the inflammation of certain parts, and you can see that through usually through a biopsy. But if it continues to be uncontrolled or unnoticed, then there's issues that can happen with the function of the kidneys, having to do more with, that's how people get on dialysis and things like that. But if with lupus nephritis in the beginning, if you're able to catch it early, you're able to treat it early and get it to a good state and a good resting state. Even though the damage was already done, you can still continue on if it's controlled, to not get to that spot of chronic kidney disease. And they were just saying, making sure to have a holistic treatment for kidneys, and also helping patients adhere to therapies by, at least there are a few different options nowadays when it comes to lupus nephritis drugs, and talking to the patients about, having doctors talk to patients about the lifestyle that they live and what kind of medications that they're more likely to adhere to is super important. And that's what happened to me in my lupus nephritis journey. my doctor was like, we have this medication and this medication. It could be an infusion or it can be this many pills per day. There's a lot of different options. Which one do you think would be best for you? And that goes into shared decision making and everything that we stand for at AiArthritis, with patients being able to advocate for themselves and make decisions with their rheumatologist. And I think that covers everything. They also talk about making sure that you're tapering and in and out of steroids to make sure to protect the patient as much as possible from those side effects. And I think that's it. If you have any questions about this, let me know, and I'll be super excited to talk to you all. I can't wait to cover the rest of the sessions after even we're here. So I will talk to you all soon. Thank you. Bye.